Greetings, everyone. This is Payman Lorenzo, your host, your friend, your coach. Today we are doing the Q&A bonus call for week 3 before kicking off the bonus week, money week 4. So I'm excited. Glad to have you all guys here. Let's hear it. Any questions pertaining to week 3? Who wants to start? Let's start with you, Gifty, because you're smiling. I know you're smiling. So go ahead.
No, I haven't done my job. That's why I'm smiling. I have to own it. But I did love the guy's one, the Jim Ross video you sent. That made my day, and I kept on crafting. What do I offer? What impact am I making? What is my value statement? Yes, I've thought about them in my work. So those are things that I think it sells rather than giving the tax aspect. So an eye opening for me, and I'm working on that.
Awesome. And I want to say thank you for Hamish for creating that Google Doc. That was very helpful as well. Thank you, brother. And please save that because this is pure gold. And if you're interested, I have a few other similar videos from other people that I can gladly share with you guys for the next few days. And yeah, because again, we can all learn from each other, but there's tremendous amount of other incredible leaders that are just out there that are just not getting the exposure they deserve. Even though Jim Rohn is a household name, at least in the US and Canada. I'm not sure about the UK, but over there, yes.
Awesome. Yeah, and Bob Proctor's another one. I think he's dying now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's another one it's all nice, rounded, sound wisdom.
Eternal, classic, evergreen wisdom. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Bring on your questions, guys. Let's start with whoever wants to go first. Maya, go ahead.
I have had one hell of a last week. I couldn't catch up with anything. Half the time I literally couldn't see properly a screen moving or anything. And then I had my eye injections, and then I had to have another appointment at the hospital for another bunch of tests and stuff, which left me feeling completely nauseous the next day. So last week was effectively a screen washout.
No worries.
So
no worries.
I'm not worried because I'll catch up. There's no problem. I'm committed to the process, but I was just completely thrown off last week. I think I managed Monday, and I said to Hamish, I can't even see straight. I can't literally, and he knows well enough because we've been through this for on and off for a couple of years now, haven't we? A year and a half with this thing of like, I can't see today. But yeah.
Absolutely. You do it at your own pace. Your only competition is you. And again, if you can finish it within the 4 week, that's okay. And you're welcome to join any of the future classes because all of you guys members, you're member for life at no extra cost. Just want to make sure you guys understand that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Go ahead, David.
So there's a good question. Payman, you give sometimes too much information for our little brains to cope with it at once.
I know.
And here's the question, because I've literally said to myself, and I've said to some people in some of my social media audience, I'm launching. It was first going to be on the 7th of next month, and then I said early next month. Here's my question. Here's a question in this. Do we draw a hard and fast line in the sand, or do we let it come to us? And I know from a business point of view, some people will say, no, pick a date, do it. But I don't want to, and I think Maya was the one who said, it's difficult working on a moving vehicle. So I'm sort of torn in the space of saying, I want to do it. I want to do it right. I want to launch it at the right time. And I realize this. Look, I'm in this for the long haul. I'm not here this is not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Sure.
So when I delay it by 2 weeks or a month, it's better than stumbling out of the starting blocks and falling flat on my face.
Are you talking about the official launch of your podcast?
Correct. When do you do it? Do you have to do it at a certain point? Do you need to be comfortable in yourself? Do you need to be comfortable with a tech? Do you need to be able to do that enough sort of marketing to your audience? What is your feel? That's my question.
Let me answer your question by asking you a question. What is the situation? How fast do you need to make money? Do you need to make money the next 30 to 60 days, or are you comfortable that you can take another months to build a solid foundation? That will answer your question.
Okay, you've answered my question. I'm not in
All
that.
right.
I'm not in that space where I have to earn money yesterday.
Good.
I'm blessed
Good.
from that point of view.
Good, good, good. So in that case, what I recommend is pick a date where you can realistically reach it and don't change it unless the sky falls on your head, God forbid, so to speak.
I'm dead.
Okay. Other than
I
that,
wouldn't. I was just going to say, Ed, David, don't take it that far.
No, that's what I say to my students. You pitch up. The only reason you don't pitch up is because you're dead. No other excuses fly. Bottom line.
Understood.
When you're dead, I'll
Understood.
accept that as an excuse. Otherwise, it's BS.
exactly. And if you need any help implementing that, you can always refer to Mark with his physical, fitness program. He can be the, the guy that give you that proverbial kick in the butt for your clients, because I'm sure he's gonna enjoy that, Mark, right? Awesome.
We
Now,
all-
seriously,
we all
pick a
need that.
date.
We
Pick
all
a
need
date.
somebody to stand on our tail.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. Pick a date and stick to it, rain or shine. Awesome.
Thank you.
Very
You
welcome.
answered my question.
Awesome. Very welcome. Mark, what's your questions?
Thanks, Payman. So I've got my kids in the background as usual.
Hey, let them come say hi. Don't worry. It's okay. Let them. It's okay. Don't worry. This is what I
We are
mean to
back in
be
England.
authentic, guys. Let your people see that, because that makes you more relatable.
Do you know what? They're actually arguing over what movie to watch while I'm on this meeting, so I'll leave them to it for now. hopefully it doesn't kick off too much. No, just to in terms of last week, I'm a little bit like a few people, like maybe a week behind, 2 weeks behind, for obvious reasons, being on the road with the kids and things. However, I have been taking in all the content and doing the homework as much as I can. Last week was really interesting. There's a couple of things that I never even had considered, for example, which was press releasing. I'm surprised I didn't even know, or I mean, I've heard of the term press release, but for some reason I'd never really, researched it or understood what it was really about. So that was an enormous light bulb moment for me to start. I still need to go in and look and see how it works and how that, but bearing in mind I'm about to, when I say about, the next few weeks, hopefully launch a podcast. And as you know, I'm also going to be launching hopefully my first cohort of group coaching on a 1 month course. That could be a big thing for me to get my head around. So that was really, so it's not so much a question. That was just thanks for the insight, really, so I can start to explore that. I found the conversation or the class with Stephen really helpful as well. Again, that was, I think I mentioned on the actual class itself, that it's something that I had been aware of in terms of the power of public relations and how you can almost not sidestep social media, but it's certainly a quick route to audience. And I think probably quite a lot of people don't even look into that avenue. So I was really excited by that and the potential that could potentially bring as well. But yeah, I'm the same, a little bit, a few weeks behind. I think I just really want to take, how is it, guys? I just want to take, oh, that's very cute. We love you too. So they pick their moments. And yeah, I'm really excited by, what the next few weeks will bring. Now I'm back in England and can start to focus.
What's up, superstar? Let him speak. Let him speak. Come on. What's your name? Introduce yourself.
What's your name, Ox?
What's your name? You go first.
What's your name, Mark? I love that. That's cute.
Ruby Lou.
Ruby Lou, how are you doing, Ruby Lou?
Good.
Good. How's your brother? Is he behaving good, or is he being a naughty boy?
He's being a little monkey.
Ah.
Oh, it's been good.
Hello, how are you doing, buddy? What's your name?
Right, it's got a camera shy. My son's called Oxance. Oxance, where were you born, Oxance? Thailand. And where were you born?
Bali.
Bali. So that's That's the other fight
Wow.
that they have, is which was the best island, tropical island to be born in.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Okay,
cute.
okay. I'm going to switch off, guys, just so I don't
Yeah,
interrupt too much.
cute.
No
but
Yeah,
worries.
so cute.
see you
Just
again.
want to add one thing to social media. Yes, social media can be important, but I see social media more like an addition, like an icing on the cake, more like the whistle and bells on the proper cake. The actual cake, especially for iTicket coaching and service we're selling, is this. Because again, anything you're selling, anything over $1,000, pounds or euros, it's with one thing and one thing only: trust. How do you build trust? By building rapport. How do you build rapport? By sharing your story, speaking from the heart. And what is the best way to do this is this. I have not used any social media so far, other than just the occasional posts here and there. I still don't have an Instagram account specifically for my podcast, for a business. Yes, it can work, but it's almost like that would be like an addition. It's going to be more for me. I view it more as a distraction. Focus on, you know what Jay, my coach, always says, focus on your MMA activities, money making activities. You know, what's going to get you the money the fastest? And for me, it's been connecting with people, networking with people, making offers, not social posts, media posts and all that. So I have not seen anything, any ROI that can come even closer to this. Because again, at the end of the day, it's all about trust. If I was selling this bottle of water for £1, you're thirsty, you like it, you buy it, you don't need to know me, you don't care about me. But if you're looking to invest $1,000, pounds of euro, you definitely want to talk to me, get to know me, and have those 3 key questions answered. Is this person competent? Can I trust him or her? And the big one, can I do it? Sure, you did it, she did it, he did it, they, but what about me? Can I do it? Our ultimate job for all of us is to make the prospect believe that they can do it. Once you can achieve that, there's no sales involved. It's a natural, automatic, organic progression. It was okay. So what's the next step? So again, social media, yes. Social media is amazing as an addition. I would not recommend it as being your main strategy because it would take a lot of money. The ROI is not there, at least from my experience. I'm sure there are people making $1 billion a week on Instagram, but they also, you know, worked a lot to achieve that, and they're all the existing celebrities. I'm not, and I don't know if any of you guys are a celebrity in existing niche, but if you are, more power to you. But if you're not, focus on what's going to make you money the fastest and the easiest. Getting yourself in front of your audience, prospect, building connections, building trust, and making offers. That's the ultimate MMAs, money-making activities. Social media is icing. Does that make sense? Awesome. Deborah, good to have you with us, my friend.
Hi, darling. I'm so sorry. I can't seem to get my visuals to work. So sorry about that, everybody. I'm a bit in the dark at the moment. I'm going to try and log back in again so that you
No
can
worries.
see me.
No worries, my friend.
Okay, lovely. Okay,
See you.
darling.
Take care. Juliana, good to see you with us, my friend.
Yes. Hi, sorry. I look a
Fine.
little bit messy because I'm renovating
That's
something
okay.
in the house. So
I
I
didn't
just
take my Ed
run
either,
in
so it's
again.
okay, don't worry.
Thank you. I'm good. Thank you.
Any questions about week 3?
Oh, no, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're welcome. Guys, we have another 40 minutes. Bring on questions, comments. You want to brainstorm together. Let's make this time productive and fun. Or if you have any tips to share, anything, bring them on. Go ahead, David.
I like what you say, because social media can be one of those down the rabbit hole. I mean, I've
I'm saying
spent
yes.
a lot of time. In fact, I tried before with social media and literally posted for 2 years and had a coach and got absolutely flipping nowhere, no traction. So when you look at particularly my Facebook account, it goes back, I think, 5 years or something. It's a lot of information. And you're right. And I like what you're saying, you know, that because what I found particularly with Facebook is you're attracting the wrong people. And I like it with the system that you have is, where do we find our guys, get into the right space, get them to listen to you and to build that connection and that communication. That's the only way they're going to purchase our products. It's not going to be exactly like you say, a bottle of water is another story. When you're over $1,000 or £1,000, I need to know, like, and trust you for me to put my money there. And I like what you say there, because I like that when you say it's the icing on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to post in the social media, but it's not going to be my focus. So it's going to be actually driving the people to my podcast to say, guys, you want to hear more? You want to know more about me? Come listen to me on my podcast, because the Facebook or the LinkedIn is a very small space of who I am and what I do. So
Absolutely.
thank you for that, Payman.
Very welcome. Facebook can be, especially Facebook groups, can be an absolute goldmine. That's what I'm going to teach you guys tonight. Well, today here. And also we'll have an absolute legend when it comes to building communities using Facebook groups. Tyson Sharp from Australia. He built one of the biggest, most beautiful communities called the Serving Circle. This group completely started my journey, started my business. Up to now, I would say I get 60% of my 300, almost 80 guests from my podcast have come from the Serving Circle. A good 50% of my clients have come from that community. That community is what really put me back on my feet financially. So when Facebook groups are used the right way, and that's what I'm going to be teaching you today, Facebook groups are a gold mine. Don't sleep on that. I was just mentioning that earlier today with Mark and all of you guys. Number one, identify where is your audience mostly hanging out. But also, if it's on LinkedIn, beautiful. But do not, and I mean it, do not sleep on Facebook groups. They can be a gold mine. So, yeah. Go ahead, Maya.
Okay. Yeah, I was just talking to one of my girlfriends who she's created an enormous Facebook group over the last 5 years. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands, but she can't monetize it. It's not monetizing for her.
Wow.
And it's almost like the group, I know it's extraordinary. And it's almost like the group get pissed off that, so what I mean is every time she tries to do something with it, that they attack her and say, it's our group, not your group. And you shouldn't be doing this and that and the other. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is not about Facebook groups. So although it is about Facebook. So she sent me a text the other day and she said, oh, there's a way of me monetizing the Facebook group. I can create a subgroup within the group and blah, blah. Anyway, so then she couldn't find out how to do it. I went on YouTube, typed in some keywords and sent her half a dozen videos because, you know, we all know that YouTube is our university, right?
Yes.
Anyway, the long and short of it was she made a mistake. She couldn't monetize the group, but she can monetize a page. And I think that I didn't know that because it's new, right? So I just would like to tell people that once you get over a certain number of subscribers to a page, you can create, apparently, you can create subgroups within the group, which you can't do in a Facebook group. Okay. And then you can earn money from that group within your page, the people within the page, and Facebook takes the money and then pays you. And I can't remember for the life of me what it was called, but it's not groups, it's pages, and therefore I think that it's worth having a look at how to monetize Facebook, and look at what's new, what's come out recently, and then build a strategy around monetizing Facebook without ads.
Well, this is what I'm going to be teaching you guys today, and this is what the expert guest is going to be talking all about. You have to do it the correct way. There's no magic sauce, just like I've been teaching you for the last 3 weeks in the academy and even before on the challenge. Number one, have laser focus clarity. What is your zone of genius? What is your gift? And then based on that, what is the number one pain point you can solve and for who? And once you have that, identify where is that person hanging out and simply put yourself and your mess in front of that people, invite them onto your podcast, use your podcast as a platform to build the bridges, to build connection, to build rapport and trust, and take it from there.
What I will say about this past week, because not being able to read properly or see properly and various things is one thing, it doesn't stop me connecting with people by voice, and I don't care if I can't see people on it. If I just say to people, look, I can't see you, my eyes hurt, I'm not looking at a screen, but we'll chat anyway. And what I'm finding, guys, is just building the relationships and learning about people's individual needs and how I can fill those. So Hamish asked me, really for you, Maya, at the moment, from an income perspective, what's going to be the easiest thing? And I said going straight into one-on-one sessions, and because then I don't have to think about writing anything or doing anything. I have 40 years experience. And what's been happening this week is that people have been saying, well, who are you? What do you do? And I can tell them I live in more than one world, which is for sure. But then they say, well, how does it work? And I go, well, let me show you. Boom. So it's instant. So the capacity to read into people, to read through people, to have them understand that, this is my Zog, right? To have them understand that I understand exactly where they're at in a granular way.
Mm-hmm.
And then explain to them that we're not living in a problem-solving landscape. I don't live in a problem-solution orientation. I live in a creator orientation. So because there's no point in trying to solve a problem. Really, there isn't, because then you're stuck. You see life as a problem-solving dynamic, and of course it isn't. We're creators. So enough about that. But anyway, so it's been very, very interesting to be just demonstrating who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And people then saying, well, how do I work with you? Immediately, because there's an immediate benefit just from that. So I think for me, doing podcasting is fantastic, but also just doing lives and doing demonstrations and helping people to understand, if I'm not bringing them to a point of resolution on a call, at least I can help them understand that they're understood, that they're seen.
Use what makes sense for you. The podcasting will be what's gonna be your consistent, reliable system to get leads on demand. But once you've identified your ideal clients, just invite them onto your podcast. That way you'll get 100%, almost 99% conversion rate. Everybody wants to be on a podcast. And on the podcast, you build trust, rapport, and all that good stuff. When they ask you, so what do you do, Maya? When you tell them, oh, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Can you help me? Sure, let's have a time to talk. This way, it shortens drastically the sales cycle. So your podcast way is going to be incredibly powerful. If for you, you're able to get clients by doing demonstration online, all that, by all means, keep it going just to get the money coming in. But the podcast is going to be what's going to get your foot in the door with people to get leads on demand anytime you want. Like for me, anytime I want to get new leads, I go to some of the Facebook groups I'm in. I say, hey guys, I'm looking for new guests to showcase on my podcast. I get 50, 60, 80 people raise their hand. And I'm love it. So this is what the podcast will do for you. As long as you have clarity, what is your zone of genius? What is the pain point you can solve in Faru? And where is that person hanging out? You put them together and you simply invite them. That's it. Very simple, but incredibly powerful principle and method.
And I'd just like to say as well, I'm so sorry, guys. I thought I'm not going to log in and out again. I just can't get this video to work. But Maya, you were absolutely right when you said people ask you on the podcast, after they've done the podcast, how can I work with you? How can I work with you? I've been doing a lot of interviews while I was on holiday, and I would them have come back and they've said, loved what you talked about. How can I work with you? And as generating inbound inquiry opportunity where people are literally wanting to work with me. I've never, ever had something that's worked so incredibly well before. And it's just as Payman says, is accelerating this cycle. So I was speaking with a gentleman yesterday, and he's very interested in coming on the new 5-day free challenge, because we're running a new one on the 2nd of September. And he said, why a podcast? And I said, because just imagine you're beta testing all of your tech now, and you want people to beta test it with. These are the people that you can get onto your podcast, and they will ask, can I actually get your product into my business? And he's like, really? And I said, yeah, really. They'll actually ask you, how can I do business with you? and he's just like, I've got to get on that challenge. So it's incredible, the power and monetization. I would say, I know that our friend Peter Russell, what was he saying? 5x your business.
Yeah.
I think this is a 20x
Oh,
your
big
business.
time.
If you do it right on a consistent basis, this can absolutely make results fly. It's brilliant.
Yeah, seriously. I guess we have also a guest, Ikra. Please introduce yourself. I think you're one of the Deborah's staff, so welcome. Just introduce yourself. Unmute yourself, please.
Ikra, you're on mute.
Hi everybody, my name is Ikra and I'm currently working for Deborah and I manage all her podcast things for Deborah, all the banner things and everything. So I think the session would be really useful for us for creating Deborah's podcast things as well.
Awesome, welcome. I'm glad you're here, and hopefully you can learn a thing or two at 10.
Yeah, for sure. And
Awesome. All right, guys. What more questions do you have? We have another 25 minutes. Bring them on. Questions, you want to brainstorm together, you have an idea you want to run by me and all of us. Comments, compliments, anything. Bring them on, guys.
Okay, so just in case people are thinking about that question, again, what I would say with this podcasting is consistency and is sticking to the structure and sticking to the timeframes when you know that you're going to be doing your podcasting. And I've done a bit of a hybrid. I have a co-host, but co-hosting isn't something which I've realized is great when you want to interview people as well. So I'm doing all the interviewing and Ikra is doing all the shorts, because Hamish, you came up with how many, the shorts that you're doing and how that's improving your take up range, your viewing figures. So we're doing that now. And guess what? I'm appearing in my own feed on my mobile. It's coming up as YouTube to watch. And I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. And you know what? I had the biggest shock of my life because it was actually me.
Woohoo. Well done, Deborah.
yeah, feeling like this person looks similar, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So consistency, keeping it going out there, and just get excited about it because it is phenomenal. And when you see yourself coming up on your own feed, it's like, whoa, that's great.
Absolutely. Wow. For sure. 1 second. Hamish, we have some minutes if you want. You said you're gonna come share something with us about doing shorts and all that. I mean, I want to put you on the spot. If you want to do it, by all means. If not, no worries.
Yeah, I can always talk. I found my voice this year.
Yeah, and you have the voice.
so
for
that-
that, so go ahead.
I have a voice and a face for radio. Yeah. So this Vizard thing I've shared, it's same as very similar to Opus. You just get not a lot of hours every month. So if you're doing 3 or 4 podcasts a week, you know you're going to get to 20 hours a month quite quick. So it's worth having a look at. It's really easy, really easy. And you know, I made myself. I did an hour-long recording of me, which goes live on Podcast Land tomorrow. Sent that up to Thingy, and it gave me 20 videos. And every one of them has been seen over 600 times on TikTok, or the 4 I've put up there so far. So it works. You know, it does work. It is easy. Ikra, I mean, if you started doing those shorts, this is going to make your life so much easier. Whatever you do to make the shorts. Yeah, and it's fun. What I'm having to do is, right, Hamish, for every 1 hour I do making shorts and faffing around, I've got to do 2 hours of MMA making my. Otherwise, I'm going to be making shorts but it's it's working. I've now got 45 followers on YouTube and 186 on TikTok, and it was 160 when I started doing this. So slowly, every two or 3 a day, I'm finding is working.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Check the
Yeah,
chat.
and Hamish, that's a really good thing. Does anybody have any idea of the optimum number of episodes or shorts that should be put out every day?
Really up to you. Depends on you.
Mm.
Absolutely none. Sometimes I have, depending how fast my team works, I can release one episode a day. Sometimes I can release one episode every 4 weeks. Really up to you. Now, if you want
Can
to
I check
establish,
what you mean by shorts? Because some of us are new. I'm just sitting here. I haven't released anything. Can that be broken down?
Yeah, a short on TikTok is under 60 seconds. A reel on Facebook is under 90 seconds.
Okay.
And then when it comes to TikTok, I think you can do 10 minutes.
wow.
In order to get someone listening to you for 10 minutes, you've either got to talk very quickly or have something really, really remarkable or a big following. Most of my TikToks go for 30 seconds and they get watched between 5 and 12. But that's
Okay.
good enough.
Okay. I do see from some of your posting, you have the picture. Is it like if you're talking about somebody who's stressed with the video happening, or you have some pictures like a video incorporated whilst you are talking? For Hamish, that's part of it. How do you get that?
That's like making a
Yeah, yeah.
movie. That's editing properly. Shooting the video, or I subscribe to Story Blocks is what I use, but that's $70 a year, and then you've got to have the software to do the editing, and that's a different level.
Okay.
I would concentrate on just you showing up in front of the camera to begin with. I mean, I don't do that very often, because if I can make a 1 minute video, it's going to take me 6 hours of editing because I'm not very quick.
Thanks.
Yeah.
awesome, cool. What else, guys? Questions, comments, bouncing off ideas, anything?
Okay, so I'd just love to mention as well, I don't know, Payman, if you've let people know that we've got the free 5-day challenge, the Podcast Lead Challenge, going out again on September. And if anybody knows, having gone through this program, how wonderful it is, how transformative it is for just us as well as people, and also our businesses. If you have any friends or families or people that you feel would like to attend the free 5-day challenge, just let us know, because we'd be more than welcome to have them as our guests on there, and it would be lovely. And again, I think if anybody, I think, also wanted to just sit on there and go through it again, it's free, it's all fine. I'm sure, I hope I'm speaking on, not out of turn, Payman, but it'd be lovely to have people on there as well. So it's exactly the same link as it was before to register. So we'd welcome anybody that wants to find out more about podcasting.
Yes, thank you for the reminder. And also because it will be a new group of people for you to make new connections, to meet new people. And also, as I keep learning new things, I add more content. Oh my God, I just saw the full moon right in front of me. I wish you guys can see it. Absolutely gorgeous. Out of this call, I'm going to go to the beach and look at the full moon. Absolutely amazing. I will take a picture and send it to you guys. Sorry for being distracted, but the moon is absolutely stupendous. Amazing. Love it. Anyway, sorry. What were you saying? I completely lost the train of my thoughts. But yeah, no, sorry. It will be new people for you to come and meet, and also to get a refresher and, have a good time. So you all guys welcome. If you know people that would benefit, bring them on. The more we are, the merrier. And it's going to be fun.
And where is it going to be based? Is it UK based as well?
Yes. Yeah, we'll do 2 challenges. I'm going to be working on Overdrive, one for the UK at 1 p.m. UK time, and one for the US at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. So I'll imagine me doing one challenge at 7 o'clock in the morning and for the US market, and one at 7 p.m. for me, for you guys. So I will be a zombie in between taking naps. So I will be drinking godless amount of dark coffee, black coffee, you know what I mean? So, but hey, I gotta do it. So, because I enjoy
Well,
it.
well, Payman, you're on your own 5-day challenge, but for different reasons.
Yeah, I know. Oh, big time. Yes, that's on the statement. Yes. But because I'm enjoying
Yeah.
it, I'll do it. And after that, I'll take some time off. I'll travel. I'll be heading off to Canada in October. First to KL, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The picture behind me. And after that, back to Canada. And after that, I'm thinking of going to Argentina for 3 months.
Lovely.
From end of October to January. So, anyways, that's a different story. Work hard, then play hard. That's my motto.
Wow. And you know what? You've just really made me think about this again, because podcasting, you can do it from anywhere in the world.
Bingo.
You don't have to be based anywhere. You could be the digital nomad and the podcasting king or queen, and you could literally be on the beach and doing your podcasting. And it's just like, this is such an incredible tool, isn't it, to use anywhere? It's brilliant.
Yep. Listen,
I shared. Oh, sorry. I've shared a link in the group. Great podcast community to join. There are 25,000 people on there. Really good conversations, well worth it. And Payman, Deborah, have a chat with the admin. The chances are you can share what you're doing on there. I think you may even be on that group, Payman. I'm not sure.
which one is it called?
Hang on. Podcast support community.
Okay.
Yeah. They're a really nice bunch. There's lots of really good conversations and ideas and stuff to promote, talk about, and things like that.
Thanks, Hamish. I've got that up on my screen. I'll ask to join that one.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you. Let me check. I'm just messaging a couple of people to remind them of the call at 7 o'clock. Paul, where is he? Okay. Do you guys have any more questions? If not, we can just, okay, no worries, Maya. Okay, let me check the chat. Okay, let me open the link you just shared, Hamish. Perfect, okay. Podcast support. Do you guys have any more questions? Yes, go ahead, Mark.
Hello again. Yeah, this was just something that came to mind before I even, got to know you guys on the Podcast Academy and the 5-day masterclass. I think you remember saying I already had podcasts in my mind in terms of somewhere I knew something to exploit. And when I was doing my initial research, I came across there's quite a few, as you'd expect, agencies out there that, sort of promising you the world of joining up to their agency. But there was a few sort of like freebie ones or ones that weren't necessarily huge amounts of money to become part of. Like one that comes to mind is called Matchmaker FM. And you, if you've heard of it, and you can sort of make a profile as either as a just somebody who's looking for guest speaking opportunities or as a host of a podcast yourself. So just wondering what your thoughts are on those types of sites.
Okay, I can answer that. I will start first. Some of those can be valuable, but honestly, guys, if you guys remember what Misha shared with us and the challenge, do you guys remember? When he came and he showed us how to find your ideal prospect podcast and how to find their contact information and how to get into to go into a podcasting tour. Go back to day 5 of the free 5-day challenge. We talked about that. If you guys want it, I can tag you guys again on the chat on that video again. And if you guys really want it, I can invite him again, because what he teaches is exactly the shortcut without, going into paying all these things. Yes, he does have a paid service, but what he just taught and shared in the free 5-day challenge we did a stock, that's enough for you. to identify and locate the podcast that would be a good fit for you to go on to, and how to find the contact information of the host. If you were to just apply that, you can make it a goal to get at least one podcast a week as a guest. And if you want to go all in, you can reach out to Misha, is inside the 5 Day Challenge Facebook group, and ask him about using his services. He's gonna show you how to go on a podcasting tour, which is getting onto, what is it, 50 podcasts in the next 90 days or something like that. And this is powerful because, again, when you appear on a podcast as a guest, that elevates you, and that not only gives you access to a brand new audience, to new eyeballs, but also in the eyes of those people that don't know you before that podcast, by you being interviewed by someone that they know, respect, and see at a high level, that's going to elevate you also as an expert in their eyes from people that don't know you at all. So that can get you a lot of, new emails, new people that bring into your ecosystem. And then from there, you nurture them, you get them on podcast to build rapport and trust and turn that into potential clients. So that would be, from my opinion, a more effective approach, especially if you want to invest money. I would invest it with someone that's actually trusted and vetted, like Misha. I've been a client of his since last October. The only issue I have with him is that he's in California. All his calls are like 3 o'clock in the morning for me. I was only able to attend only one of his calls, and in one call, I got enough value that made it up for all of the money I paid for him so far. So reach out to him. If you guys really want it, raise your hand if you want me to bring Misha back. Let's do a quick vote.
Yeah, I'd love him back. I'd love him back.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the majority. Saul. Okay, I'll message him. I'll see if he can come this week. If not, I can invite him for next week, and we can arrange a call at a time that works for all of us. Mind you, that for him is going to be 5 o'clock in the morning if you do it at 1 p.m. UK time. But whenever there's a will, there's a way. We'll find a time. Let me see. Can we? Oh, yes. Deborah, there's a question that you may want to be able to answer. Amish is asking, can we have Steven's email?
Yeah, I'll write this in the group chat because I think it's just changed.
Okay.
Felicity.
Oh,
It's
there you go.
Stephen with a PH at publicity-hound, as in the dog.com.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Make sure you save the chat, guys, and click on the link, save the links.
The other thing I'd like to let people know about as well is when we appear on other people's podcasts, we can take the logo or the design of what they do and put that on our social platforms as seen on.
Yes.
Because that builds the credibility for us when we're looking at, are we thought leaders? Once we start to, and I wish I'd have known that sooner, is I've been on a few podcasts, but I didn't realize to ask them to capture their details, because nobody's really going to be going into great detail as to who they are. So anybody that's here and wants to come on to mine, rest assured, I'll give you the thumbnail of everything so that you can see as seen on and start to build up the portfolio that you have on your social media as to the podcasts that you've been on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great reminder. Yes, Deborah, absolutely. Any other questions? If you guys have no more questions, let's take maybe a 2-3 minute break and we can start the kickoff call maybe 2-3 minutes earlier. Because our guest, Tyson Sharp, is from Australia. Sydney is like 10 p.m. for him right now. And we can have him come in earlier, if you guys are okay with that.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So let's take a 2-3 minute pit stop, and we'll be right back.